So clean, just stare, so clean, can't wait with it. So clean, just stare, so clean, can't wait with it. Can't wait with it. Can't wait with it. So clean, just stare, so clean, can't wait with it. So clean, just stare.
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Ced, and this is another one of my movie reviews. Tonight, I am reviewing the new action flick slash thriller, London Has Fallen. London Has Fallen is a sequel to the 2013 film Olympus Has Fallen. Olympus Has Fallen, of course, was a thriller involving a terrorist attack and siege on Washington, D.C. And as you can probably guess, just from the name and from the previews, this is pretty much the same thing, except the antics have now been taken abroad and international. So starting off with the acting, of course, a powerhouse cast. If you saw Olympus Has Fallen, it was full of stars, full of talent. I would say at least 95% of the original cast is back here. But starting off with the president, Aaron, played by Aaron Eckhart, he does a great job again, as usual. I don't know if Aaron Eckhart has ever done a poor job. Morgan Freeman, in his famous narrative voice, is back as the vice president, and as usual, Morgan Freeman kills it. Beautiful, talented, and non-aging Angela Bassett is back. She does a great job as well. And all of the supporting cast all do well also. So as far as the acting goes, I would definitely give it a B+. The writing, the script, and the storyline, overall I would give it a B-, which of course for an action flick I think is pretty high and generous. But I really didn't have any complaints with it. If you go in expecting an action film, a Die Hard type film, that's what you're going to get. So the writing, that there weren't any huge gaping holes that I can really think of in the story. It's basically what you'd expect. There's a terrorist organization, there's some connections, and they're looking for revenge on the U.S. and the president. You know, what you think and what you see is what you get. One of the few complaints I had about the first movie, Olympus Has Fallen, is that the special effects were a little cheesy. It's like they cut some corners on some things. I won't say it got a lot better in this one, but there is improvement. There are a lot of action scenes where it's more brutal, and it feels more like a first-person type experience, like you're there and you're actually going through it, which is a very good thing in an action flick. A high point of the movie, I would definitely say, is Gerard Butler. This is the strongest screen presence he's had since we got him as King Leonidas in the classic and masterpiece 300. He's just a presence, and I mean, he is a complete badass from the beginning of the film to the very end. It never really feels corny or forced. It actually looks very natural for him. But this is basically his Die Hard. So yeah, Gerard Butler kills it. I don't necessarily have any negatives about the film. I will say a lot of the reviews I read prior to seeing it from previews, a lot of the negative reviews are saying that it's political propaganda and racist. Because if it's a film involving terrorism, you already know why that's being said. I mean, just watch the news, you know. Pretty much anyone that isn't from the U.S. is an enemy, is how it's kind of viewed. And I mean, you know, we have opinions, we have views. I didn't too much have a problem with it. Thing is, I can't really call it racist, the film racist, if 90% of the protagonists slash heroes are black. So I can see why some critics and some, you know, viewers would say that, but that's not what I got from it. A film like this can be a little dangerous when you have, you know, a country full of people who are willing to vote to put a celebrity in the top office. You know, seeing this type of film, they can see it, and it might kind of blow their heads up a little more about some things as far as, you know, what we need to do as a country, who we need to go after. But the way I view it, those people are crazy regardless, rain or shine. So it is what it is. This is entertainment. That's really all I have to say about this film, London Has Fallen. My rating would be it goes down. And that's a good rating. And when you see it, you'll know why I say that. From the time they get in London to the end of the movie, basically every other scene, it goes down. So if you're in the mood for a good thriller and action flick, definitely don't want to miss this one. Definitely worth the cost of admission. Till my next review, hey.